What's going on, guys? Just a quick update. Got the spare tire panel all cut and fitted and tack welded in. Looks pretty good. Gotta have another buddy come out and he's gonna completely finish welding all the way around the whole outside. Hopefully this Saturday he'll be coming out. There's a few bigger size holes to fill, but that's my fault. When I was cutting out the spare tire holder, my grinder that I was using started getting away from me a little bit, and I started cutting too high. So I ended up having to make an additional piece. My recommendation is don't do that. But other than that, I got it pretty close just so that it's pretty much butted up against, so there's really no overlap of metal going all the way around. It's sitting pretty well flat and even, so there's no overlap at all. So it'll just be welded straight at the butt. But that looks pretty good. And this is what I've been working on also. Me and another buddy of mine. Me and Daryl been trying to figure out the best way to go about it, because I'm putting in my Kirky seats. There's one of them there. But basically what we're going to do is I cut off the tabs right here. We're going to have a piece of angle iron right here. And as you can see, I got a completely fit the panels pretty well. They look pretty good. Just need to have another weekend for Daryl to come out and so we can tack weld all this stuff in how we want. And I'm going to have these pieces sitting right here, and we're going to put another piece like that, and we're going to weld it completely across and all the way around. And I'm going to completely weld it all the way around as much as possible, especially to the subframe crossmember. Because as per the NHRA, as far as I know, don't quote me on it, but as far as seats go and seat protection, it all either has to be tied into the subframe crossmember and or to your roll cage, which I'll eventually have a roll cage, but for now at least it'll be a lot stronger and a lot safer. Go around to the other side real quick. Here's the driver's side. Just finished up both sides here so we can pretty much start tacking this all into place. And we're going to have it so we can be able to drill holes. Probably have 3 holes. And I might have 1 or 2 holes drilled out so I can adjust the height. And then I'm going to have another flat plate that goes on the bottom of here that I'm going to end up bolting it on, or bolting the seat to. And then I'm going to have probably some square tubing to come across here to connect it. And then I'm going to have a couple spots drilled out in the plate so I can adjust the seat front to back. So that way I can get it as close to me being comfortable in the seat as possible. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. Other than that, got a bunch more parts in. Got my fuel cell that I got from off eBay. The same guy that, or the seller that my buddy Daryl got it from, which is pretty much a steal. It's an RCI 15-gallon fuel cell that has a sending unit. I think I ended up paying $128, and that's with shipping. And it looks nice. I mean, it looks great. It's pretty much exactly how the guy says it is. It's polished aluminum, so I don't think I'll ever have to worry about the fuel cell or anything like that, which they normally go for like $280 if you bought it from a dealer, like Summit or anybody. And I also got my front hub assemblies for an S10 because I'm doing the S10 brake upgrade. Try and help this thing stop. I also got my crossed and drilled rotors, which look great. I also bought a MagnaFuel ProStar 500 electric fuel pump. And this thing does not look like no joke. It is a 12 AN inlet outlet, so I'm going to have to get some fittings to size it down to 8 AN, but it's supposed to be able to support up to 2,000 horsepower, so I think I'll be good probably for at least the next 10 years. But looks great. And the MagnaFuel ones, you can get rebuild kits for those, or you can even send them to MagnaFuel and they'll rebuild them for you, which is really nice. I also bought a Summit Pump Kit 3. It's a stainless steel braided line. It also has a bunch of fittings, clamps, a bunch of different stuff. I think it was like $142. I ended up buying an extra 15-foot roll of stainless steel braided fuel line just for the return. And I also bought an Aeromotive pressure regulator, which it's supposed to go up to 165 psi or something like that, which I'll have more than enough for anything that I'm going to be doing. But it's all pretty nice. I ended up buying a bunch of other stuff too. Went on a little shopping spree. But as soon as I get the seat situation all done and everything welded in and set and whatnot, I can really start cleaning up the frame and whatnot. Cleaning up cross member. I'll be paying mostly attention to the frame, but I'm also probably just gonna scuff the whole underside of the body, because I'm eventually gonna be spraying both the frame and the underside of the body to help keep it from rusting, which it's already really clean, but I don't want to take any chances and gotta make it look pretty. But other than that, that's it for now.